be aware of false light constructs in this reality that we live in. Light is everything. Light is what makes this possible, or else we wouldn't be able to see it. And being able to see things is a huge part of our senses. When you think about this whole life that we live, everything that we experience, the sun rises and the sun sets. Now think about it. When you're in rhythm with the sun's movement, it's very simple. And when you are in that rhythm, things just fall into place. You're not depressed. You're not seeking anything more. All of these lights and the artificial lights, the screens, the fluorescent light bulbs. When you go out into a big city, you see all these synthetic lights, and it's usually at night when people go out. This is why people are seeking so much instant gratification, looking for that dopamine. It's because they're not satisfied. They're not in rhythm with the true light source, which is the sun. The sun will come out. You notice a lot of people who are like this, and I am no exception, because we all go through experiences, and we're all exposed to lower entities, false light constructs, you name it. And when I say people, I'm included, because I've been a part of this. I've been out at night. I've looked at screens at night, and I know how it affects my mind, my brain, and my overall functioning. Then it's, you don't sleep as well. It's harder to wake up the next day. And people, as a whole, we are not very in tune with the sun. And, it's got me thinking, because, these are light blockers. It's like blue light blockers for at night. During the day, we go outside, being able to experience the sunlight, it could be very beneficial. But, being able to rest is essential. And, I'm noticing this pattern, because I always ask, like, why do I fall into these patterns? Why can't I break such a toxic cycle of scrolling on these phones? And, you get these videos, the short videos that pop up, and then another one comes up, and then another one comes up. There's no focus. There's no long-term focus, because it's all coming at you super quick. Oh, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this. And where is the true fulfillment in that? You're not getting any real fulfillment. You're seeking that dopamine constantly. You're never satisfied. And the more that you're stuck in that, it's like the more that you're feeding into that false light construct. And that's part of this technology. It's a lower form of technology that's not feeding your soul. It's not giving you any spiritual substance. It's draining you. And you got to take the measures to be able to protect yourself, your vital life force, and you get in that rhythm where you can you can connect with others truly, deeply, not just be on these screens, not just feed into these light forms. Because when people go out at the bars at night in these big cities, you notice they're not really connected. Everyone's kind of just scattered, like looking to get a drink of alcohol, doing whatever substance they're using, smoking something, vaping. Everyone, they want to go out and socialize, but the environment is not sustainable for that to happen. It's not the place to go and have a healthy kind of connection, because of all these false light constructs, this technology, this grid, and being disconnected from the sunlight, from that rhythm, the biorhythm. I had to say this because I've fallen out of it myself. These are things that I have literally spoken on, and for whatever reason, I lost track. I am I wasn't doing a great job. I don't like to go out to the city a lot or drink or go to bars. I don't drink alcohol, but I fall victim to these screens and these lights when I really should be in rhythm with the sun, waking up with the sun, preparing to go to sleep when the sun sets, or getting more adjusted. Doesn't mean like you go to sleep exactly when the sun sets, but to be able to rest your body and literally calm it down instead of when most people in this world, that's when they're hyperactive, is at night. And I notice the effect it has on the brain. It's got me shaking my head right now because this carries on to the next day and the next day and the next day, and it's a constant cycle. And I had to think like, wow, how can I break that? Once you do this, if you like, this is one example. You put a blue block glasses on, you limit the screen time, you even limit the time you go on your phone. It's going to have a really good effect, a positive effect. And I've done this before years ago where I woke up early and I go to the beach. I go on a walk 5:30 in the morning, and then I would go to sleep very early, and I'd wake up early, and I felt like I could function much better. And if you want to talk about wealth, true spiritual wealth and physical wealth are the result of this right here. It's not crazy. It's not some crazy technology glitch or cheat code. No, it's literally the sun and being connected to the sun, getting in that rhythm. This is the source technology, the natural intelligence that's always existed, and you got to be aware of the dangers of the technology that we're using that brings you out of that natural rhythm. You can't outsmart nature. You can't, no matter how sophisticated or intelligent this technology is. The sun is a protector. It's a when you follow the sun, you are protected. There's none of this technology will be able to do anything to nothing. It can't do anything to you unless you break that rhythm. So I'm telling you now, this is a download I received. Be more in tune. These screens, this blue light, when the sun sets, you don't want to absorb a ton of this blue light. And I see this in the workspace, the office I'm at, like I said, the bars, the cities. People are completely out of tune. I'm no exception in how things have been gone. It can get tough in the winter. There's limited sunlight. That eating healthy, eating fruits. This technology thing, trust me, this is the source of the problems that I've experienced. You got to be disciplined when it comes to this, or else you're going to find yourself getting frustrated, getting miserable, getting depressed, getting anxious. You don't know why. You're out of tune. You're supposed to be resting your brain, resting your mind, your body. But you're constantly seeking that short-term instant gratification because you can't find fulfillment, and you can't do the long-term thing of putting it down when you need to. When the sun sets, you take it easy. When the sun rises, you have a new life, new energy. So I thought this was extremely important to speak about, and I got to practice what I preach. So I got to do a better job at this. I need to put in the effort to do this because I have failed at it myself. Well, thank you for listening to this. This one was important.